Yeah, I'll do your intro. Probably not up to the Beaver standards, but
Yeah. Well, you might hit it out of the park. Look how I just got on to directing. You didn't show up for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I got on to directing, and now look at me.
that's true. Yeah.
I'm not even letting you do it tonight.
I know. Yeah.
Because I'm just killing it. All right, I think we're all good.
All right. I don't even think I need the headphones, really.
Oh, really? We going headphoneless?
Yeah, we can. I don't know.
I don't know. Let's try it.
Yeah.
Let's try it. Let's see how it works out. If it's all the same,
Yeah.
this is already a different show. What do you want to even go? You want to even? Nah, we shouldn't be putting that meat tray any closer to our mouths.
No.
We're going to end up eating that, and it's terrible to listen to a person eating on the show.
Yeah, I believe that. It's
I should have
very
kept the
tempting.
cover on.
You should have, honestly, because it's very tempting where it is, but
Yeah. There's a 0% chance we're going to get through the whole hour without nibbling at that thing. That's just a fact.
Yeah.
We should probably, I wanted to do a quick shout out to Bob Sampson, who I guess was watching one of our live streams, and we said we wouldn't ignore him, and we ignored him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he said, and so I just wanted to apologize to Bob, because that was rude of us. But it's hard to do all these things when you're trying to juggle all these balls at the same time, and we have only like a couple monitors, and it's hard.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not like it notifies you that it's just like there.
I try to make Kevin Van Dungeon the donger. I try to make him be like the guy that would get a notification somehow. Like
he was watching it on his phone or something. I think.
Yeah. But it never took off.
No, that was when nobody
enough.
was commenting. Yeah.
And if it was like it's either like a person comments like a zillion.
Yep.
And they want to be the whole show would be me like just commenting with one person.
Yeah.
Or it's like one person that does one thing and then no one else does, and then you just don't notice it.
Exactly. Yeah, because there's only one, and
there's only one.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if we had like once you have like a lot of people that care, then they put in a bunch of comments and they start talking to each other about their comments.
Yeah, they get little like fucking fights going in the comment sections.
Or even just like maybe romances. Even
that's true.
Maybe
people could find love in the Dutch Hall comment section.
Yeah. I think that's what really could happen here. We could really make things happen for the Dutch Hall listeners.
Mm-hmm. Dutch Hall dating service.
If we put it out there, there's more chance it'll happen than not.
Yes, that's true.
I don't want to put fights out there, but I'll put some romance. Like, think about one of our listeners just sitting there. We're about 60-40 male to female.
Oh, really?
It's a pretty good ratio. We could probably get some real
we would probably
matches.
Yeah. And I mean, if they all like the show, they've got shit in common already too. So,
hey, Johnny.
Hey, Pete.
I'm gonna do one piece of philosophy before I start the show.
All right.
You ever heard the philosophy how it doesn't matter? Like how it doesn't really matter?
What, philosophy doesn't matter? Or
no, just everything.
Oh, yeah.
Like everything you do doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because if, you know what, I never really, I agreed, but I didn't know what it meant.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now I think I know what it means. It's like if you, what did I just say?
That nothing matters.
Nothing matters.
Yeah,
right?
you forgetting that does not matter.
It doesn't matter.
No.
So whether I remember it or don't remember it doesn't matter. If I let's say you're to make a decision of whether you were to, let's say you had a girlfriend, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're trying to decide whether you should marry this girl or just break up with her.
Yep.
And then the answer is it doesn't matter. Right?
Yeah.
Because if the happiness you'd get from either one would be offset by the challenge from either one.
Okay.
There'd be no benefit. It's all going to come out equal.
Yeah. In the end, it all comes out the same. Yeah. So
like if you're like wondering if you're going to stay at your job.
Yep.
Or like quit and try something new. The answer is it doesn't matter because if you stay at your job, you'll get what you're getting now.
Yeah.
And it'll be like, okay, or just passable. It'll get, you're getting by now. Or you could go through the turmoil of change and all this stuff by quitting.
Yep.
And then you probably grow and then be in an even better place. But you'd have to go through that shit of not being comfortable for a bit.
That's true. Yeah. So it kind of offsets.
And then it ends up being equal.
Yeah.
So it's always equal.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
We're getting deep right off the start here.
Yeah. I was just like, that's one thing I learned this week. I'm like, might as well share with people.
Yeah.
If they get something out of that. Because it really does kind of take the pressure off. Because if you were like, have a hard decision to make and then you think, oh, it doesn't really matter because like good things will come and bad. Like it always is a cost for everything you do. Right.
Yeah.
So like if you know that you're like, you know that, then when the bad thing happens, you kind of get almost excited that something good's going to follow.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So it makes it easier to take the bad stuff. Anyways, just a little thing to get you guys thinking before we start this show. Because it's 440, eh?
440, holy shit.
440. Every week it seems like it's a higher number. Let's get this show on the road, Johnny.
All right, let's do it. You know what we need to do for that.
Yeah, I do know.
Yeah.
It's a little thing that we call the theme song.
Live from the Dutch Hall, the greatest podcast to come out of a pool shed in Pine Grove that I know of, at least. The two-time President's Club Award winner, Pete Van Dyke.
Hey, how you doing, everybody? Oh, I had to do it again. Johnny, I've been not on top of it as much as you. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the pool shed. I'm your host, Pete Van Dyke. Thank you for the warm applause. I'll tell you, this is episode 440 in the pool shed. We've entitled this one, Johnny's Weird Dick?
Question mark?
And that is because my co-host for today's show, not sitting in the director's chair, but sitting comfortably in the co-host chair, is comedian, is producer, is, well, might I say budding thespian?
Budding thespian?
Seen you a couple things.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. You might forget his face. Johnny Renton, everybody. Johnny Renton. Oh.
Thank you. Yeah, at least somebody will be high, which will make you think I'm fine. So,
Wow.
It's a creepy exhale on that.
He's still going for more, yeah. Wasn't happy with it. Anyways, sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, that is that's it. That's the whole cast today. Beaver is resting up because he's going to be doing me a big favor tomorrow. So I said, don't worry about tonight because I need you tomorrow. And then so we had Johnny Renton back on the show, 2-week hiatus. And as we know, we gave away secrets about Johnny every week. They did not appear on the show.
Yep.
And I
don't know how you knew those things about me, Pete, but
big secrets, big secrets. And I would punish Beaver ordinarily, and I got a doozy.
Yeah.
Of a secret I'd like to tell about Beaver, but I don't want to punish him because he's doing me a favor tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
So I can't punish him. But gosh, it's rules are rules.
Yeah, yeah.
Rules are rules. Okay, I got to tell you guys this. I'm sorry to do this to Beaver, but he won't hear this till after he's done me my favor.
Exactly, yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, because Derek the Beaver Van Houten missed tonight's show, we'll tell you a secret about Derek. And I don't even know if you know this one.
I'm excited.
And I don't even know if his wife knows this one.
Oh, shit.
But Derek has a teddy bear, right?
Yeah.
He's had since he's been a child. Bobo.
Bobo?
Yeah.
I have a friend named Bobo.
Yeah. And he it's kind of like something that he likes to sleep with when he was young, and he got hooked on it, right?
Yeah.
As an adult, he's embarrassed by it, right? That he still has it still helps him to sleep, right?
Yeah.
So he sewed it into the inside of his pillowcase, his teddy bear.
Really?
Wow. So he has it. Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
Right? No, that is one of those secrets that you tell on the podcast, that you sit there and you wonder, is that a real?
Yeah, is that
a real secret about beaver?
I could kind of see it, but I also kind of couldn't.
Like it's actually genius.
Yeah.
And if I'm making it up, if I'm making this up about beaver, which let's face it, maybe I am. It's highly possible. Full of baloney, right? Yeah. But could I think of something so diabolical?
Right? That's why I'm like, wait.
There's a certain amount of believability in a real diabolical lie.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't know. I'll leave that up to the listeners to decide if this is true or not. But this is what I'm putting out there into the universe about Derek Beaver Van Houten. He sleeps with Bobo in his pillowcase. The end. Sews it right in.
That's a commitment right there.
Or it's maybe into the pillow. Now, how does that work?
Did he make his own pillow maybe and put Bobo inside and then stuffing around it?
Yeah, maybe that's how it is.
Yeah.
But it's in the pillow. I know that.
Yeah.
It's in the pillow. You're not in the pillowcase because his wife would change the pillowcase. She would see the
bear, yeah.
Bear, right? So it's got to be in the pillow.
Mm-hmm.
Sewed right into the pillow. Goodness gracious.
If she ever bought him a new one, he'd lose his shit. He'd be like, what? I want that old pillow. Yeah.
Doesn't know why, but that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, Beaver loves it. Oh, so as we know, every show on the Dutch Hall is a wheel show in season 10, and this show is no exception. So we fill the wheel up with some bullshit this week. We have rapid fire, which came back from last week, which is just where I'll rapid fire questions at you, Johnny, and you have to answer them.
Okay.
It's as simple as that.
Well, that seems easy enough.
This is the topic: is PC culture dying? That's something that sounds like it's more for like NPR or something. But which Beatle are you? Which Beatle are you? You ever heard of that band, Johnny?
Yes, I know the Beatles.
Women Control Culture. It's been on for like 4 weeks in a row. Never have we picked it.
Yeah. Because the women control culture and they don't want us to pull.
They don't want to talk about that thing.
Yeah.
Johnny's ideal life. This is something that I want to talk to you about, Johnny.
All right.
So we're gonna name the flies back this week, which is this fly right here. We need to name him. We don't know what his name is. He's on the wall. He has no name.
Yeah.
The Dalai Lama is Kinky. That's the last one. It's just a story about the Dalai Lama doing dirty stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard about it. And that's our wheel for this week. But before we get into that, I think there's a segment we need to do that's called Feedback. We got feedback.
We got feedback.
Welcome to Feedback. We got feedback. This week's show is brought to you by our friends at CleanFlow. If you'd like to support our great sponsor of this program, go to the internet and go to cleanflow.com. That's KLEENFLO.com. And you can check out all their great products that you can find at retailers everywhere. And lube up your life with CleanFlow.
Yeah, if you've got a nut that needs busting, CleanFlow.
Goo it up.
Goo it up.
And also, if you'd like to support our program, there's many ways you can do it. You can support us by joining the Dutch Hall Royal family on Patreon. And that can be done for as little as like $5 a month. You can become part of Dutch Hall Royalty and boss us around, get content, all this stuff. Or if that's even too rich for your blood, and you just want to still be invited to the Dutch Hall stuff and you want to get a little bit of content, you can become a Dutch Hall shareholder for only $5 a year. And all you got to do is transfer that money to thedutchhall@gmail.com and you will be on our shareholder list. And you will get the same invitations to exclusive events and Dutch Hall content.
I had a thought, Pete.
What's that?
If somebody's doing $10 a month, should they automatically be given a shareholder status as well? Like if they're doing $10 on Patreon, do they automatically? Okay, yeah. See, that's a selling point, though. We gotta let the people know.
If you're a Patreon supporter, you automatically become a shareholder. That is true. That is true. And I don't know about the Diamond Club people.
Yeah.
Hey, Diamond Club people might even get invited to the events.
Yeah, I think they should.
No content for them.
Yeah, no content, but they get the
they get the events. Yeah, because they're Diamond Club. Right?
Yeah.
And
they deserve something.
And what else? And if you also, there's merch that you can go to the Pete Van Dyke Comedian website and check out our merch and look at Johnny's shirt. He's looking sharp.
Yeah, always.
And I will have an inventory of those as well. And stay tuned for some dates and stuff coming up with stuff we got booked for later on this year. And if you do want to have fun in the meantime, on a Monday night, go check out Johnny's show at the Flamingo, the Lazy Flamingo at Hess Village in Hamilton. It is a good time. It's every Monday night. Yeah. Show up with your liver ready to be damaged.
Yeah.
Enjoy yourself on a Monday night. If you want to just let loose on a Monday night and watch some of the madness go down, go to the Lazy Flamingo in Hess Village in Hamilton. Help my friend Johnny and watch the show. You don't have to. You're not really helping him because what he's done is he's created something that's enjoyable when you go there. Mm-hmm. It's a fun night and people know it. They come back and they have a good time.
Yep.
So Lazy Flamingo, check it out. And that's it. That's all of our plugs, right? So now we just have to talk about that little thing, that little nasty thing that we call. Oh, I stung it before I said it.
Yeah.
So, speaking of Diamond Club listeners, we got another message from Emil Van Steeg, who's our Diamond Club guy. He's also content as a connoisseur for us because he sent us another article today, and he's like, he said his message was, "How come y'all never talked about this? Right, this is right up your alley. How come you've all never talked about this? It's right up your alley."
Yeah,
and what it is an article. I already clicked on that thing.
I thought you already clicked on it, but
it's here. It's an article basically where there's this there's a man from Dildo, Newfoundland, who discovered a phallus-shaped iceberg floating in Conception Bay. Right?
Yeah, that is fantastic. That it's all Dildo in Conception Bay,
and a cock. Yeah, and this is cock and balls with a helmet and everything.
Yeah,
I wish I could put this on there for the people, but I will in the edited version. There'll be a picture of this.
Picture of it, yep.
Where you see this big cock and balls that's shaped like an iceberg.
Now, do you think that was natural, or do you think that somebody went out and like carved that,
or photoshopped it?
I mean, not even photo. I just think like
I don't think you can ride an iceberg like that and carve it. That would be quite a feat. I think it's just natural that just kind of happens. Cocks and vaginas happen in nature, like everywhere.
Yeah, that's fair.
And when you look at it, you see these same like cocks and vaginas like in everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like you go in the forest and you look at the plants,
I guess
mushrooms, and just a bunch of cocks. Mushrooms are like penises.
Yeah,
right. You look at a lot of
like the holes in trees sometimes
and stuff. A lot of the flowers and stuff look like vages. Yeah. It's like all vages and penises.
Yeah.
So to think that the wind would like whistle a cock into the ice, it's that seems pretty reasonable to me.
Yeah.
And especially when you're putting that much of that shit out there in the universe. Like when you're from Newfoundland, from a place called Dildo, and you're by Conception Bay, and these people are all about cock jokes in Newfoundland.
That's fair, yeah.
And I don't know why they would love my jokes in Newfoundland.
Oh, they would, yeah. You'd sell a lot of I Heart Dick Joke stickers.
Yeah, man. Fuck, maybe we should book a show in Dildo.
Yeah.
I should look up how many people live in Dildo.
Dutch Hall on the road.
Yeah, go do a show in Dildo.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's a cool town to live in. Eh?
Yeah, that would be cool.
I live in Dildo, and you get to say it like just saying dildo, it's like a fun word to say.
It is, yeah.
Like, I used to do a joke about how do you wear out a dildo, and then I only liked saying it because the joke wasn't that good, but I got to say dildo so many times, and it is just a funny word to say. Dildo. Yeah, it's a funny insult to say too. When we were in high school, this is bullying. I know this is bullying. There was one guy. He was in our high school, and when he was in our class, one person would just be sitting in class, the teacher would be teaching, and one person would just go, "Dill," and then the rest of the class would go, "Do." And it was always with regard to this one fella, but I didn't really like that aspect of it. Like, I didn't like picking on the dude, but the bit of fucking around in class, and when someone says "Dill," you go "Do."
Yeah,
it's like it's funny. Like, that's always was fun to be a part of.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I felt it was like I felt sorry for the dude that was like the target of it.
Yeah.
You know, but the bit was funny.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I had a buddy whose nickname was Dildo back in high school.
Oh, yeah?
But then he wanted to take it back, so he started calling himself Dill to the Dough.
Oh, Dill to the Dough.
And then if you were ever just like, "Hey, Dildo," he'd be like, "It's Dill to the Dough, actually."
That's why we call you Dildo, man. It's such a dildo move.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't change your name, Dildo.
Yeah.
It's like there's usually one time I was working as a banker. There was a guy in my office, and his nickname was Boner, right?
Yeah.
Which, you know how you get that nickname,
yeah,
right?
Oh yeah,
and one way to get that nickname, and you get a boner when you're not supposed to. And then the other guy's nickname was Dink, and then my name is Peter. My three cocks that work.
Three cocks that work there.
Yeah, those are unfortunate nicknames, eh?
Yeah, they are.
Dink.
Yeah, Dink.
I was like, his friends call him that, like all his friends. My favorite nickname that I've ever heard was this guy, this older guy. His friends all call him Toots.
Toots.
Yeah, it's a nickname. He plays on the Old Timers hockey team, and then like everyone on the bench calls him Toots. You know,
that's funny.
And I was like, I never heard that nickname for a guy before, and it is hilarious.
Yeah, that is fantastic. Yeah,
all his friends call him Toots.
Yeah,
I think that's funny, eh? And then when you call a person a nickname long enough, you don't even think about it.
Yeah, that becomes their name.
It becomes their name, and then it doesn't even make sense. So they're like, why do you call him that? I'm like, I have no idea.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I've got a buddy who we call Mustang because he had a Mustang when he was 16. He hasn't had a Mustang for like 10 years. But if someone calls him by his real name, I'm like, who? And they're
Mustang.
like, and I'm like, oh, Mustang. Yeah, I know who you mean now. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. One time, there's a lot of people I only knew by their last name or something, you know?
Yeah.
And you never knew their first name, but everyone just called them by their last name.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what he is. And I don't even want to know their real names. Like Beaver, it took me a while before I knew his name was Derek.
Yeah, the amount of people who ask me what's Beaver's real name too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I'll be like talking about doing the pod or something, and I'll be like, oh yeah, Beaver and me were talking about this, and they're just like, what is his name that you guys call him Beaver? And I'm like, Derek. Yeah.
Derek. He doesn't seem like a Derek.
No.
He seems like a Beaver.
He does, yeah.
And then like, why do you call him Beaver? I'm like, I don't know.
You don't know the origin of that? No.
No. Never really. I assume because he was busy.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Yeah.
That's what I
took it in a dirty way. So
I always thought it was because he was probably just like a busy kid.
Yeah.
Always like fucking around doing stuff.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And they called him like Beaver because he's busy like a beaver.
Yeah.
But it could have been that he looked like a little vagina.
Yeah.
He just looked like a real vagina.
Yeah. Walking, talking vagina. Yeah.
Hey, that kid looks like a walking twat.
Yeah.
Let's call him Beaver.
Yeah.
Is Beaver is calling vaginas Beaver? Is that Canadian?
I think so.
Or do they call them? Oh, well, Naked Gun, they did a beaver joke.
Yeah, that's true.
So maybe Americans know it as a beaver too.
Yeah. It might have started in Canada and then like worked its way around.
Is that because vaginas used to have teeth?
I think so.
I don't know
They
why
used to be very bushy.
with a flat tail.
Yeah.
The fur. You seen that Demi Moore picture? That one looked like maybe it had beaver tail down the butt crack.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
She still had a beaver tail.
Yeah.
Man, that's still. There's a few listeners that reached out about that one. As long as we're still in the segment of
Feedback.
oh. Right. Yeah. They were like, I had no idea. Andy Cute with his significant other, they both had to look up the picture, and they said they were both taken back.
Yeah.
Shock and awe
Mhm.
what they had seen.
That's why I needed a 2-week hiatus after
Yeah.
you showed me.
It really changes your way of looking at the whole downstairs
Yeah.
and how thick you can get it down there
Mhm.
and still be like in the game
Yeah.
where you're still like, I'm not out yet.
Yeah.
I
I'm
haven't
still here.
tapped.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm still here. Because it was like just something. It is something. Every once in a while, though, you mix it up, eh?
Mhm.
You see, like in porno, now if I see like a hairy bush,
Mhm.
I'll be like, this is nice, refreshing.
Yeah.
You know, like it's nice to see. It's like, oh,
It's a change of pace. And
change of pace.
Yeah.
I remember those days, you know, like you kind of like, it's nice. And especially if you see someone who you've seen in another movie.
Okay.
She wasn't that way.
Yeah.
And then she grew it out for this movie or whatever. You know?
Yeah.
Then you're like,
That's a good
I
point.
like that.
Yeah. That is
Yeah.
commitment.
Another haircut. It's like seeing someone in a different role, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, you do those you do Harry Bush ones too. Well, I had to like get into character.
Yeah.
It took
Yeah.
me a few months, you know?
Yeah.
You know, that's you really got to appreciate someone switching genres.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm trying to do some Harry Bush stuff.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
that's funny. I wonder if they do that. I wonder if porn stars are like comedians where they go around and they're like, yeah, I don't know. I was just doing so much straight stuff. I was like, and I'm trying some 3-ways, trying some butt stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I'm really trying to mix up the act.
Yeah. Throw some Bush shit in there. And
Yeah, I never even thought, actually, you know, I've been at it a while, so now open up some opportunities for some MILF stuff. Like, I don't know. How do they look at it? Is it a step up, you know?
yeah. Is there like levels to it?
Yeah, or is it a
Like-
step down? Like, damn, I'm doing MILF, you know?
Yeah. I'm doing MILF. I wanted to be doing stepmom. And
Yeah. Exactly. Oh, yeah, because stepmom could still be younger
Yeah.
because it's the dad's new wife who's only like slightly older than the son,
Exactly. Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
Yeah, there's levels.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's insulting, I think, for some of these girls because they don't have any kids and they have to do all these mom type roles
Oh yeah.
because they're in their 30s.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
You look like you would have kids. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And they're like, no, man, I've been partying since I've been.
Yeah. Mhm.
I'm 31.
Yeah.
I'm doing grandma porn.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, let's spin this fucking.
All right. Yeah. Let's give her a spin. We got some good ones on there.
All right. PC culture dying. The boring went off the hot, but I want to ask this because you're running a show at the Lazy Flamingo and you've been doing comedy for a bit.
Yep.
So the millennials, of which you are a part of, right?
I think.
Dirty millennial. They were known as being real tight ass, eh?
Yeah.
Real politically correct. Real sticks in the mud. Eh?
Yep. That's how people describe me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so like for comedy, you had to put up with a lot of like there was that whole like worried about like offending and getting canceled and all this bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Seemed to be a big deal. Now I think it's changing.
Yeah. It does seem to be.
It's like the younger kids, like they seem like they're kind of they like a little bit offside shit.
Yeah. They like that little bit of an edge on things. And
Yeah. And where before you'd catch grief over the young people, now the young people seem to have more of an ear for it. Maybe
Yeah.
it's not a generational thing. Maybe it's not millennials or whatever. Maybe it's the pandemic or maybe it's just being told what to do.
yeah.
And now you want to do the opposite. I don't know what it is. Pendulum's just swinging.
It does feel like it is swinging the opposite way now. Like,
Yeah, like some like bad stuff.
oh yeah.
Like
Yeah.
stuff I could not say a couple years ago that I can definitely say now.
Yeah, without fear of consequences.
No, people like it.
Yeah.
Well, you get a laugh. Well, if the joke's good, right?
Oh, apparently your mic is crazy quiet. I just got a piece
My
of
mic
feedback.
is?
Apparently.
Oh, on the thing? There is what about Johnny's?
How's my mic?
Oh,
Come on, send the message.
yeah.
Oh,
Audio. Let me think. Is that better?
is that better? Now I'm getting nothing.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No. Well, maybe it's not on our end. Or whatever. Is it
I don't know. Yeah, I still haven't gotten anything back about that.
where's that one? All right.
You know what? I'll throw the headphones on and see.
Yeah. That's the thing. I still feel like I'm in my head.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, anyway.
I think you sound fine through these, so
I got everything cranked, so we'll see.
yeah.
I can always this could just be the live stream. Sometimes the live stream has something funky happen with it, but we'll see. Anyways, this whole thing about PC culture dying, I think it's just like
Mine was good, and yours is good now too.
look at that. We fixed it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for that. Look at that.
Yeah.
We got it. All right, that's awesome. So everyone's cool now. We can say all kinds of terrible shit.
Yeah. We already did that.
Don't do that one. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Don't do that one. Yeah.
Johnny's ideal life. This is it. I want to dig into all aspects of Johnny because I'm curious, and the listeners are curious what goes on with Johnny ranting in through his little noggin, right? So, like Johnny.
Yep.
We're talking about your ideal life. You know.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be like in the perfect Johnny Renton life. You've achieved the highest level of what you would imagine you could ever achieve in your life, right?
Yep.
How do you spend a day as the successful Johnny Renton? Like, what do you see as the time where you think, like, I've made it, I've done it, this is what I feel like this is my ideal life on how you want to live?
Yeah. I mean,
like you could go two ways with this. You could say, I want to be like, I want to be rich so that I can just be a man of leisure,
yeah.
you know, and just like fuck around drinking all day, you know?
Yep.
Or you could be like, I want to be like, have something that I can do every day for the rest of my life, you know? Like I know I'm going to be always traveling or doing something like that. So like
I think ideally it'd be a combination of the two, though, because I'd like to be rich from doing comedy.
Yeah.
Where I can travel around and, you know, fuck around, party at night, like do a show and then get drunk after. And
still be able to like get more money so you can still fuck around.
Exactly, yeah. And then, be able to take time off if I want to and
pay for a rehab.
Exactly, yeah. Go to rehab.
All that stuff. Yeah. So, yeah, that's all cool.
Yeah. That's like the professional side of things, I think.
So you'd still want to be a comedian no matter what.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then, so your ideal situation is kind of like what you're already doing, but you just make money at it.
Exactly. Yeah. Making money at it and being able to do it more and in, I don't want to say better places, but I want to say better places.
Well, it'd be nice if someone came to see you.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah. That would be good because I don't even know if the best comedians in Canada can say that people come to see them.
Yeah, specifically come to a show just for them kind of thing.
Yeah, like they'll get the odd person, right? Like hardcore comedy fans, but like, man, oh man, like I've heard people say they've gone to see, like I was just at a party on the weekend, right?
Yep.
And they were asking a lot of questions about LA. And they were saying, oh yeah, I went there one time and we watched a comedy show and it was the best show I've ever seen. And I go, do you remember anyone you saw? Oh, it was all people you knew from TV and stuff. Oh, do you remember any names?
Yeah.
And they're like, no.
Not a single one.
Not one, you know?
Yeah.
And these are like, we're like famous LA people that had done TV movie projects probably people have seen. a Canadian comic. I mean, maybe Jerry D,
Tom Green.
Russell Peters.
Like there is
they're-
a handful of them, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they're all
they're basically American.
yeah.
Yeah.
Jerry D is the Canadian, but
That's what I mean. He's the most, I think.
But he still went to the States to do Last Comic Standing.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did pretty good in it. The
Oh, really?
season he was in, and then I think that's what made him people
Kinda.
like give him credibility in our own country.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think you always have to leave, and then people will think you're a bigger deal if you leave.
Yeah, like if you're able to say like, "Oh, I just did this tour out in the States,"
Yeah, that
you
makes
come back all of a sudden, they're just
Yeah.
like, "Oh, this guy is a big deal," and
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like if you leave, then people are like, "Oh, he's good enough to not be here."
yeah,
I always think about that. Like even Jesus's neighbor would be like, "That guy's not that good."
yeah,
You know, like he.
he's just Jesus.
I saw him puking in the driveway red wine when he was 12 years old.
Yeah,
Coming back from some wedding.
yeah,
You know, yeah, you're just not going to be able to. And same with when a person comes from a long distance to your town,
Mhm.
you think it's a big deal.
a bigger deal. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
This was like, oh, this guy's come all the way from, Germany
yeah,
to do this show. And then he's still just a shitty comic. you know?
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah. But anyways, it's weird how that stuff works, eh?
yeah, it is.
It's like even around here, I feel. Do you feel weird about doing shows at home?
I've never got the chance. The closest I've been is Brantford.
Really?
Yeah, like I've never got to do a show in Norfolk as much as I really want to.
Yeah, I don't like it.
No. So
No.
I just think it'd be nice because I do have people around here who want to see me, but they don't want to drive
Yes,
half
yes.
hour, 45 minutes, whatever it is. So it's like it'd be nice to have
Yeah.
to do something around here at some point, and just to know too, like, oh, I don't want to do shows around home, or
Yeah,
yeah,
I've done them. And I've had great shows here. I've had bad shows here. But when you have a bad show here,
that's true. Yeah,
it fucked you over, man. It's like people feel sorry for you for a long time.
that's a good point. Yeah,
But if you have a good show, then they think you're good.
yeah, they think you're a fucking rock star, and
Yeah.
yeah,
The reality is neither are true. Most people are right in the middle.
yeah,
Right in the middle. It's just like what we talked about at the beginning. It always averages out.
yeah,
You just kind of like it ends up being a balance at the end. You never come out. You come out. It's like when you die, you end up even, right?
yeah.
Who cares how much money you got? You got nothing in your
In your casket with you.
no.
Yeah.
No, nothing, no money, right?
No, at least you shouldn't.
You shouldn't. And they make you take your rings off and everything because they don't want people to
Rob the grave. Yeah.
rob the grave.
Yeah. I mean, they
And-
could just say that they're making everybody do that, but really not do that.
Yeah,
And nobody's going to dig up graves if they don't think there's anything in there. You'd hope, at least.
yeah. There's a lot of notes and stuff.
Oh, really?
Like, and probably like note to grandpa, like you put it in the casket
Oh, okay.
or like a picture.
Yeah.
Pictures, but
Mhm.
there'd be nothing worth a lot of probably skeletons and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't hear a lot of grave robbing. I haven't heard of a
No.
grave robbing in a while.
Yeah.
But it would be something, like digging up a grave, and then like it would be kind of like treasure hunting.
Yeah, it'd be an experience for sure.
Actually, you know what? I could see myself getting into it.
I could actually see you doing it, Pete.
If they let it, like, especially you can find like old graveyards like in like middle of forests and stuff, like
Yeah.
from like long time ago.
Mhm.
And then if they allowed you to just dig them up and just see what you could find,
Yeah.
bet you can find a lot of cool shit.
Yeah.
But
Some,
like,
old Polaroid nudes.
no, like I mean, like maybe like a nice pocket watch or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what they buried people in way back when. I don't know, but I don't know what would be left to anything.
Yeah.
Because it'd probably just be buried in a pine box, and then it would all rot.
All
right?
right. Yeah.
Then you'd just be a bunch of garbage. Yeah, well, it'd be nothing.
Mhm.
Anyways, bad idea.
Bad idea.
Good thing we didn't go out there digging tonight.
Exactly.
Johnny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Forget about grave robbing. It's
Yeah.
a bad idea.
Mhm.
New business plan, not grave robbing.
Yeah.
What
We're
else?
not advertising our grave robbing on the air.
Yeah. Well, if you were allowed to do it, is what I said.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
They said like, if it's a real old one, go fill your boots.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Go see what you can find.
See what you can find. Like it would be like, but I don't have much respect for dead bodies.
No.
To be honest with you, even when people I know have died and I've seen their dead body, I'm like, that's garbage.
Yeah.
It's not my.
Throw them in a
person I know.
dumpster and move on.
Yeah, it's just not the person anymore. It's like complete waste.
Yeah.
That's why I'm going to get cremated, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Light me up.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. There's no point in venerating a dead body. I find it to be an old custom.
Yeah, I think so.
It's weird when you do it now.
What, when you just bury people and...
When you go to the funeral home and you have to look at a person's dead body.
Oh, yeah, that is, I think, very old school way of doing it, but...
Yeah, it seems to be like every time I have to do it now, more and more weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the Vikings had it right.
What do? Just set you on fire?
Well, they put you on a boat,
Yeah.
send you out into the river or whatever, and then they light the boat on fire with like a flaming arrow and
Arrows?
shit. Yeah.
You ever do that?
No. I think that'd
Oh.
be sick, though.
We did when we were camping one time. We put out pie plates and put lighter fluid in the pie plate,
Yeah.
and then we made these like little bow and arrow things, just with like sticks and elastic bands,
Yeah.
and then we would same thing. We'd wrap like a little paper towel and with lighter fluid, and then light it on fire, and then we'd shoot it into the lake
Yeah.
and try to get it into the pie plate, burn the pie plate.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, when it worked,
Yeah.
you know. But there was a lot of just flaming arrows in the lake.
Just, yeah.
But it was it was fun. And we also did fire breathing.
Oh, okay.
One guy had like a 110 proof something or
Shine,
other.
probably.
Yeah, and it was like he would just breathe it into the air and then mist it into the air and then light it on fire.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It looked awesome though.
Oh, yeah.
Like at night when you're camping. And we blew up beans.
You what?
Blew up beans.
Blew up beans?
You never do that when you're camping?
No.
You never just throw like a can of beans in the campfire and then just wait for it to explode?
No, we would do it with lighters.
Oh, yeah, lighters.
Yeah, throw lighters in, wait for them to blow up.
How about like a can of hairspray?
Yeah, I've done that.
That really pops.
Yeah.
That is like an explosion, yeah.
Yeah.
Can of beans is like, we did that when we were kids all the time. We were like 16. And it was always funny because you're driving pieces of shit cars when you're 16, right?
Yeah.
So you don't care when you fuck up your buddy's car because it's already fucked up.
Yeah.
And my buddy cared. Because his whole car was covered in beans, you know? Oh, man, it was funny, though. And then, we also, I remember one time my buddy Dave, we were walking past someone's campfire and he just threw a can of beer in there and kept walking. It was a full can.
Oh, fuck.
And then the can explodes in the fire and you hear them all swearing, but we just kept walking. So now we're further by the time it exploded.
Yeah.
So it was pretty funny, but it was real balls move.
Oh, yeah.
He was really drunk. He did.
He just didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, just a shit disturber.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were telling that funny. You were telling a pretty funny story about about you going drunk to do a set at the Lions Head.
Yeah, dropping racial slurs that I didn't know were racial slurs. Yeah.
And then you were actually. Did you know you were doing badly?
Oh yeah, I was fully aware, and I acknowledged it multiple times.
But you just kept going.
Just digging myself deeper and seeing how big of a hole I could get in. And
did you think it was funny afterwards?
I mean, yeah. In hindsight, I think it's hilarious.
Well, now it is, yeah. But like the day after.
Day after, I was a little embarrassed.
Yeah,
but I also was like, it was funny, but not for the reasons I wanted it to be.
Yeah.
Like, I got good laughs, but no one was laughing with me. They were laughing at me.
Yeah, it's great stories, though, eh? There's always, that's one thing about a real bad bomb is that it's always a great story.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, it's like, even when you're going through it now, it's like, it feels like shit, don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But like when you kind of know in the back of your mind, like, oh, I'm going to be able to tell this story.
Exactly, yeah.
Of how bad this is.
Yeah.
I felt that way about the last time I did this, that show you used to run.
Oh, fuck.
And I was like, I knew it was a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went there and I'm like, oh man, like what did I get myself into?
Yeah, why am I here?
And then once you have that mindset, you're going to do bad.
Yeah.
Because you're just like, You just chip on your shoulder. I don't know. It sullies it. It's not. You're not doing it for the right reasons anymore.
No.
I feel like I want to punish the audience and everyone.
Yeah. Everyone who brought you in there.
Yeah, because it's just such a bad move. You
Yeah.
know? But luckily, and I was thinking when they were saying thank you for coming or whatever
Yeah.
was, you're welcome. This is very last time. This is the very last.
Yes,
time.
I am not doing this again. Yeah.
Never again will I ever do this again. You're welcome. See you later. Never ever ask me.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't want to do this anymore.
No.
And then I don't know where I was going with that, but it's like, that when I was there and I was like looking at all the things that were wrong with it, oh, this isn't how you do it. This isn't how you do it.
No, this is not.
And then I'm like, I can't even begin to make sense of it. Like I could for that one. I was like, how can I even tell the story of how bad this is?
Exactly. Yeah.
That anyone would understand it. It's like then it was like there's nothing. I'm getting nothing from this. I'm not even getting the story.
Exactly. Yeah.
This is just bad.
Yeah. Bad for no good
reason.
Yeah.
And I was telling a joke, and some dude was like, he was really chatty with the previous comics.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So he thought that was the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to him a little bit because I knew this was the game.
Yep.
And then I went into just one of my jokes.
Oh, okay.
And he's still chatting. So then I just went, shut the fuck up, dude. I don't care.
Yeah.
Right? And then he's like, oh, really? You know?
Yeah. Then he takes it as the challenge and.
Well, he turned his back to me and then told his friends to do the same thing. And then there were only 3 people there.
Oh,
that weren't comedians.
Yeah. It just turned the entire audience against you.
Oh, yeah.
In one fell swoop.
Yeah. I really messed that up.
Yeah.
But I was so just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Like, what am I even doing here? Like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Exactly. Yeah.
I just want to go home.
Yeah.
I try to be nice and polite and stay for the headliner, but I was just like, I just want to go home so bad.
Yeah. I just want to leave.
and then I go, I said to the other comic, tell the headliner, like, I'm sorry I couldn't stay.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, oh, we get it, man. Like,
yeah.
She's my ride or I'd be gone.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm like, thank you.
Yes.
He's like, I got to go home.
Yeah. I need to.
I'm like, you guys haven't been here for the whole thing, have you? Like, yes, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Wow. Marathon.
It's a long night.
Oh, yeah. It is so long.
Yeah.
But actually, it was weird because the audience kind of like comes in and out.
Yeah.
So there's like portions of the show where there's an audience, and then there's portions of the show where there's no audience.
There's no one. Yeah.
And then, so it's like you kind of have to go through waves because there was times where you're like, oh, there's actually a nice crowd of real people.
Yeah. And this could go really well. And
I almost took some of that meat tray.
Oh,
I got so tempted by the meat tray.
Yeah.
Could I get a beer, Johnny?
Yeah, for sure.
And then,
And was there anything else about my ideal life you wanted to know, or?
Oh, are you married or single?
Probably married.
Oh, yeah.
I think I could see myself settling down at some point.
So you have a loving partner.
Yeah.
That you're getting steady sex from.
Yep.
And does she travel with you to your gigs?
Ideally, yeah.
To all of them?
I mean, ideally it'd be like maybe the first leg of a tour or something.
Yeah.
Have her with me and then go do like other stuff, like other parts of it on my own, and
yeah,
have a nice balance there.
Because she sounds like a real Yoko Ono,
Yeah. I mean, I think if I'm going to be willing to marry somebody, that they're somebody I want around. So
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. At least for the first couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say, but then how's she going to be? Is she going to be part of your thing? Or is she going to be like, or just living off of you?
I mean, I don't think I mind either way.
No,
like,
because I would want a woman that has her own thing going on.
Yeah.
And then like, how's she going to go do my thing when she's got her own thing?
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, that's why like, I think it'd be nice to do it, have them, sometimes go out and tour with you, but
Yeah.
also still have their own thing that they can do. And
Yeah, I'd like to have them go on like an occasional tour. Like I'd like
Yeah.
my wife, for example.
Mhm.
We actually have one. I actually have a wife.
I know.
Yeah, you met her, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Nice lady.
I would like her to come on the odd tour with me. But not everyone.
Exactly. Yeah. You need to have that balance, I think, of,
Yeah.
you know.
She's gotta miss me. She's gotta want me to come home.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then
Then you get the welcome home sex. And
yeah.
yeah.
And then also she forgot that all the bad things have been gone.
hmm
Right? And then come back and then it takes her a couple days to remember.
Yeah.
Then you can get sex. We're so easy, eh?
Oh, yeah.
We're so easy dudes.
Yes.
Just like bang us and we're fine. And you solved all the problems. I've said it so many times on this show, and no one, it's like, you figure my wife would listen to this by now. It's so easy. You think I'm in a bad mood? Then do dirty things with me.
Yeah.
Then I'm in a good mood.
Yeah. That is very true.
You ever see me in a bad mood right after? Never.
No.
I'm sleepy, that's for sure.
Exactly. Yeah.
Sleepy but happy.
Yep.
You know, and if you want to ask me for a favor at that time, anything.
That's the time to ask.
anything.
Yeah.
Even before you ask me before, I'm skeptical.
Yeah.
What? I got to do it, and what happens if I don't? You get it? You know, you change your mind. All of a sudden, a headache comes out of nowhere. All of a sudden, there's complications, or I want to get it first, then I do the thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah. Payment up front.
That's right.
Yeah.
Then you get the service.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I don't trust this afterwards bull stuff.
No.
Yeah, that's what I said. Unfortunately, my wife has the same policy.
Oh shit!
Right?
So it's just a stalemate of
Stalemate.
no one doing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not doing her work, and she's not doing my sex. So yeah, it's a stalemate.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, I just want to do the Dalai Lama's kinky.
Yeah.
Did you hear that story? I told you before.
I do know
show.
the story. Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
So, like, did he ask this?
Spin this.
So the Dalai Lama goes.
Yeah. Dalai Lama.
The Dalai Lama goes to. He's meeting this kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then in front of like people, he says to the kid, "Can I suck your tongue?
Yeah. I've seen the picture.
Or you want to suck my tongue?"
I think, will you suck my tongue? Because I think it's like him shoving his tongue in this kid's mouth. And
Yeah, suck my tongue.
yeah.
Right. Okay, so like this is something that's fucked, right?
Oh, yeah.
And so like, how do you think this happens?
What, the Dalai Lama doing that?
Yeah.
Well, I think probably in his mind, he's like a trusted, respected person who's like, I can get away with doing something like this.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And like, if anyone asks, I'll find some religious reason on why this is the right thing for this kid to do.
Yeah.
Right. So like, that's the only thought I can really have is like, he just assumed he's going to be able to get away with it.
Because they basically think this guy's like a reincarnated god, right?
Yeah.
Kinda?
Yeah. So it's like, I can do what I want.
And when he was a kid, like a baby, they thought he was this thing, right?
Yeah.
Like a young kid. And so since the whole time he's been a young kid, he's been treated like a god, right?
Mm-hmm.
And but as a result, nobody told him like, you're a dumb kid, right?
Yeah.
And then he got to keep doing dumb things.
Yeah. And nobody would question him on it.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Michael Jackson, right?
Yeah.
And then he just like ends up being stuck, right? Because he never got to be a kid
Yep.
because he was busy being the Dalai Lama when he was a kid.
Yeah.
Or he's busy being the king of pop or whatever, you know,
Yeah.
the lead singer for the Jackson 5. When you're just a kid, you don't get your childhood. So when you're older, you start acting like a child,
Yeah.
right? And then you end up doing childlike things you don't think are dirty.
Yep. And
This is like what it's. This is kind of what it seemed like more. Like it was like he thought he was playing like a child,
Yeah.
and like he was actually, because he didn't understand that was grossly inappropriate and had sexual connotations. You know, like whatever, it was gross.
Yeah.
So like the fact that he could get through and not understand like how society works,
Exactly, yeah.
right?
And not realize that this is not something you want to be doing,
Yeah.
especially when the press is right there filming or taking pictures, whatever they did.
Yeah. What's the, it's like Michael Jackson. Let's say you are just having sleepovers with kids.
Yeah.
There's no hanky panky. You just want to have sleepover parties because you never got to have them. It's weird, but nothing dirty.
Yeah. Also, why not just do it with other adults?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So, but if you're, let's say that was, that's what the whole point is. Yeah, that's the fact is that you could be doing nothing wrong, but it's still, there's no need for it.
No.
There's no need to do it. It's messing that kid up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, like
You're
that.
ruining that kid's childhood the way yours was ruined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kid's gonna end up being fucked for the rest of his life, even if you didn't fuck him.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just by you lying there and just some weird guy with like half his face missing. It's like it's not a normal night for that kid.
No. And if it is, that kid's got bigger issues. So.
Mm-hmm. Corey Feldman. That's who you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Bigger issues.
Yeah.
I think the last thing that Corey Feldman, if he had to list his like traumas, I think that being fucked by Michael Jackson would be like near the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Of his list.
Exactly. Yeah.
So many more bad things have happened to me than that. That was actually kind of a highlight.
Yeah. He's like, you guys all know me because of that. So
Yeah. Hey, when you're younger, so like when you were growing up, did you have to did people fight in high school and stuff?
Yeah. And actually, I think we talked about this on the episode that I came on as just a guest.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's
Because there was quite a few
fights.
major fights, but as I was graduating, that was no longer the thing. But when I started high school, it was still very much a thing.
Oh, yeah.
But then, by the time I was leaving, it was
it was all done.
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, it's because people aren't used to violence anymore.
No, they're not.
They're like any sort of violence. It's real shocking.
Yeah.
And the people that are used to it, that don't think much of it, they're seen as being like real problems. Yeah. Like I've noticed a difference in that in my life, like how people look at like a person that acts violently.
Yeah, and is willing to just fight. And
Yeah. Because that's a weird, I always thought it was weird, to be honest. Like a person that wants to fight,
yeah.
like in public,
Exactly, yeah.
with a stranger.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, why would you do anything?
Because they looked at you weird.
I've had people try to fight me all the time. I just never understand a reason why I would accept.
Exactly, yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. It's going to hurt for no reason.
Yeah.
I don't give a crap if you like me or not. Just go ahead not liking me.
That's me. I've never been one to start a fight.
No.
I finished a couple, but I've never started a fight.
No. Why would you start one?
That's the thing, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I've done very well in any fights.
No?
I've only fought people I love, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then you
feel bad and
you don't really give it all you got.
No.
And then the ones I was in where I did try,
Yep.
I lost.
Oh, really?
Well, there's a lot more of them than there was of me.
Okay.
I was outnumbered.
Yeah.
There was one, the one in particular, I was very outnumbered, and then everything else was minor altercations, nothing that really amounted to much.
Yeah, just some pushing and shoving and
Yeah. The odd punch in the face or something.
Yeah.
But I've taken a punch in the face. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good thing. Getting punched in the face. You've been punched in the face, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You can't trust a person that hasn't been punched in the face.
No.
It's just the truth, and I don't know what it is. Just you got to understand, it's still a repercussion. I don't think that anyone should be violent, but I think they should always think that someone could be violent.
Yeah. Anybody at any point could punch you in the face. So, yeah, don't be an idiot.
Yeah. And sometimes you deserve to get a punch in the face.
Yeah.
Every time I've been punched in the face, I've deserved it. To be honest, that's true. I mean, I've done something where I'm like, I get it.
Yeah, okay, I'll take it.
Yeah. Even the one time I didn't get it, which was the time I got in the fight, I didn't think it was a misunderstanding. And afterwards, I realized it was a misunderstanding
Okay.
that caused him to punch me in the face.
Yep.
He thought I meant something and I didn't. But it doesn't matter. I acted as though it was unjust.
Yeah.
And I punched him back in the face.
Yeah.
Hockey, too, is different. Do you count
Yeah.
hockey fights?
No, not really. I mean, I've seen some hockey fights that have gotten a little out of hand,
Yeah.
like because it's like a personal beef.
Yeah.
Because like when I played, there was like 3 Simcoe teams in the league.
Really?
Yeah, so
you play them a lot.
that's, I mean, you play them a lot, but then you also, it's like, I know this guy. We go to school together. We just talked shit all day. Now we could have a chance to drop the gloves and go. So
Yeah, and you're playing them a bunch of times, too. So then,
you get a rivalry. And,
yeah, you end up... Oh, yeah, there is a problem with this mic. I have to look at this once in a while. It does cut out every once in a while. It goes quiet.
just kind of, yeah, it quiets down a bit.
Yeah. But yeah, what were we saying?
Like the rivalries and
Yeah. Because if you're playing them a lot, then you have all the regular life stuff, plus you have like lots of opportunities to get them and then get them back.
Yeah.
And, like, man, those end up just ramping up each time you play.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, those are crazy ones. Hey, we're an hour already, eh, buddy?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That was fast.
Is there anything we have to do?
Have to do? I don't know.
No.
Do we want to?
Nothing.
No.
Nah, there's nothing time sensitive. Everything else can wait.
Yeah.
We've did it, Johnny. We did it. We did it again. What we've done is we've just killed it.
I think this was the first time it was just me and you too.
It was pretty easy.
Yeah.
And we actually talked to somebody who told us to make our show better, and we tried to.
Yeah.
So everything turned out great, I think.
I think it did. Yeah.
Yeah, we got real listener contribution.
Yeah.
I don't have the soundboard up, so I can't.
I know. Yeah. I was like, he's tiptoeing around that word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, I think we did it all.
I think we did. We did the feedback. We did the sponsors. I saw the soundboard come back up. I was like, do I have the power to make a stinger? Yeah.
You are the power. How do you feel, though? Sitting in that seat is different?
It's very different, but I also don't mind it. So
Yeah? You feel like you got more chances to stretch your legs? You don't have to be preoccupied?
exactly. Yeah.
This does actually kind of take a little bit away, but I kind of liked getting back to it once in a while. I thought it'd be nice to give you a treat, Johnny.
Yeah. I appreciate
You come in here out of the goodness of your heart every time.
Yeah.
So thank you to everybody that's listened to our show. If you'd like to, tell a friend about it. We'd like to welcome whoever just downloaded a 160 episode in Texas. Maybe you'll get this one. But thank you for doing that, because that's always going to help us out.
Yep.
And if you'd like to like and subscribe on our YouTube channel and support our show, support Clean Flow, go to Patreon, whatever, become a shareholder, blah, 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 blah.
Basically, give us money.
And go see Johnny. That's just for fun.
Yeah.
And until next week, anything else you want to talk about?
I mean, next Wednesday, the May 17th, Levity Comedy Club, I'll be headlining. So if you want, swing out. That'll be a fun night because it's also my birthday party. So I will be very drunk trying to do stand-up.
Oh, that is a good one. Thanks for bringing that up. I will actually make a point of being there myself. Hopefully get to see this show, because I think that's going to be a great time.
I think it'll be fun.
The 17th, do it, people.
Yeah.
Until next week, we will see you next Thursday. Bye-bye.
Oh, do a podcast? Yeah.